Hey y'all, it's Fortune Frankly and welcome to Fortune Frankly Fridays where we do DIY home decor. Today is Christmas. So here on YouTube, a lot of DIYers have been sharing some holiday inspired DIYs and all that. I didn't do that. I kind of missed a train on that. So seeing as today is December 25th, you too missed that train. That's okay, we're in this together. So I figured let's take all the holiday themed Christmas decor and make that into a non-seasonal kind of decor. Let's get started. So for our first project, we're making a berry box. I don't feel like I like the implications of a berry box, but that's what it is. For this project, you'll need a gift box, floral foam, 2 bunches of faux berries, spray paint, acrylic paint, and an inconspicuous bag of baking soda. I already had the paint and the baking soda, so this project only cost me $4. So starting with the gift box, you know, the gift box that contained the gift that you were going to give to someone, but you didn't see that someone this year, so you decided to keep the gift for yourself, that gift box. Usually it comes with a bow on top, but when I found this at the Dollar Tree, it didn't have a bow. You know, it was around that time where you're just getting what's left. And in the box, we're going to put 2 blocks of floral foam. They actually fit really perfectly in here, so there's no need to cut them. And we're just going to give this a light coat of spray paint. I'm using heirloom white, and this will just make sure that it's not too green when we look at it. Once your box disappears and your painting supplies appear, we're just going to make this ceramic paint kind of trend that I'm sure you've seen here on YouTube. All you need to do is mix some acrylic paint with baking soda to get a kind of thicker consistency. Now you want to make sure your paint here is still pretty spreadable and it's not too thick to the point where it gets clumpy. I'm thinking of a chunky peanut butter kind of consistency versus the mascara you wore in middle school, kind of clumpy. I hope you didn't think we were going to talk about my makeup like that because I only wore eyeliner in middle school. And we're literally just going to paint the lid and the box itself with our new ceramic paint. A tip that I learned here is that you want to go in the same direction with your brush. You will see some brush strokes, but I think it does add character to our project. Now you see how I twisted my arm here to get a good shot? It was uncomfortable, but that's for y'all. That's what I do for you. Merry Christmas. Once you finish with that, we're just going to set it aside and we're going to work on these berries. Once you finish removing these super glued stickers, you're ready to separate the stems of the berries from the ugly little leaves that they got here. Your new gardening hobby will come in handy here. All you need to do is use some wire cutters to snip off the stems of the berries. Now I'm just going to go in with that same spray paint we used and give these a light coat of white. I also got this extension for spray paint cans that makes spraying a lot easier, so I'll leave that linked in the description below. And you just want to flip those berries over like you were a dad flipping burgers on the grill at a summer picnic. Now I needed to clip these a little shorter for the box. As you can see by the holes in there, I already tried. And I'm just going to put these berries in the arrangement I want. Now this off-white here was just not looking cute to me. It looked kind of dirty, so I just went in with Blossom White spray paint and painted that a pure white. After I let this spray paint dry, I still thought this was looking a little plain, so I added a faux leather ribbon to the box. And here you have your inverted Danish flag non-Christmas winter decor. For project numero dos, we're just gonna say I like big bulbs and I cannot lie. That was cheesy, that was cheesy. You'll see what I mean though. For this project, you'll need a huge, gigantic, enormous, singular Christmas light, regular spray paint and a terracotta spray paint, chalk paint, sandpaper, and some rocks. I had everything except the light bulb, which cost me $3. Taking this huge bulb that I found at Walmart for $2.99 since it was discounted since Christmas was already coming, and if you were shopping for Christmas home decor at this time, you were already late. I'm going to take off the sticker. Remember to use some Goo Gone to clean the sticker residue. Now this light that goes inside the bulb actually does work, but I'm just going to remove it because we don't need it for this project. Now I urge you here to please keep your balls under control. This was kind of slippery because of the Goo Gone and it literally got out of hand. Now taking some spray paint, we're just going to spray a base coat. Now in my case, this is just a matte black spray paint, but this could be literally any color you want. I let that dry for about 30 minutes and then I gave it a coat of the terracotta spray paint. Make sure you get underneath that ball and cover the rim with spray paint too. Now I'm taking some time here to look through my crystal ball. My name is Fortune in real life, so I've been imbued with the power. Now I'm looking into 2021 and seeing what the new year has in store for you. And you know what I see? More Fortune Frankly DIYs. Now with our newfound inspiration from the crystal ball, we're going to paint it. Now, if you didn't see where this project was going, that's because you didn't look through the crystal ball, like I told you. We're making a vase. Now I'm going for a bohemian kind of aesthetic here, and I'm taking some inspiration from mudcloth print designs. Now this is commonly referred to as African mudcloth, but as we know, Africa is a continent, not a country. And so this is actually a Malian traditional art form. This involves taking a piece of cloth, soaking it in a bath with tree leaves, and then using mud to paint onto the cloth. The cloth is then left in the sun to dry naturally, and then is repeatedly painted with mud and let to dry, so that creates a pattern. All the chemicals react like Ali and AJ said, and when the mud is washed off, it leaves an imprint on where it used to be. These mud cloths are worn in traditional Malian culture by hunters and serve as camouflage wear. They may also be worn to designate social status or ward off bad energy. And that concludes our African history lesson for today. Once our paint is dry, I'm just going to give this a light sanding to give it a little bit of a distressed look. I don't really think it did anything, so this is totally optional, but I just said, why not? So I found these heavier rocks in my stash and decided to use this one instead. And we're just going to put them in our vase to give it more stability. And after you practice your shots, you're ready to see the final product. For our last project, we're going to do a slightly different take on the Christmas village theme. You know those little houses? Yeah, cute. Now, based on the way you style this could give you a little bit of a different aesthetic and doesn't necessarily scream Christmas. For this project, you'll need a house that makes up one part of the village, black spray paint, and gold acrylic paint. I already had the paint, so this project cost me $3. Starting with our house, we're going to welcome it to the Black Parade and just paint it black. Make sure to get all the nooks and crannies in the house and a little bit of the inside too if you can. Now taking this antique gold acrylic paint, we're going to dry brush it onto the house. Now this is the first time I've done dry brushing and I think it came out pretty well, but you tell me. Dry brushing is a technique where you put paint on your brush, but not so much that it's actually wet. You wipe some of the brush off to make it drier, and it leaves some streaks on your project. But those streaks are aesthetic. I see a lot of people use this technique on farmhouse decor to make things look weathered, and I wanted to take this in a kind of goth farmhouse chic direction. Now this just gives the house a little glow. Like you put some highlighter on, you have that Fenty glow about you. That's how this house is feeling right now. Now I did this to all 4 sides of the house, plus the edges of the roof and the little line of demarcation in the middle. And that's all there is to this DIY project. Alright, welcome back. I hope you find some inspiration to use your Christmas decor that you may not want to save for next year and turn them into projects that you want to display in your house year round. I gotta say, my favorite project was that mudcloth inspired vase. I think that one came out the most non-Christmassy. It's like the antithesis of Christmas. Well, actually, I think that's the Grinch. But I'm curious to know, what was your favorite project? Let me know in the comments down below, or just tell me how funny I am, because I really like those comments too. I hope everyone is staying safe out there and wearing masks when you go out. Also, a reminder that Black Lives Matter and that we still need justice for people like George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. My Black Lives Matter syllabus will be linked in the description box below. And as always, thanks for watching.